The general SWOT analysis, the strengths, training seminars, providing more information to employees in addition to the information they already have, paid college courses, establish community group communication, encourages employees to share information to their coworkers or just talk about housework, active wellness program, establishing a sense of caring for its employees, employee assistance program, gives the opportunity to employee to take advantage to help with their health. The weaknesses. Back hires within the inside company, mostly. This creates more tension because now employees that didn't like some people will be in power. No plan for layoff. This could turn ugly because they could lay off hardworking employees. Broadbanding the before 14 salary grade levels into a simpler system of 5 levels. Employees will feel that they're not doing a good job. Some level managements are biased towards some employees. This can create hate at work and thus bring down labor work. Even though having some or many resources and good things available to employees, some employees have a different picture of management and not in a good way. The opportunities. Exit interview process. To capture knowledge that might be leaving the organization, pay time off to employees. This creates a hook for employees to stay within the company. Work related college courses will bring in more knowledge and experience. Doing employee surveys within company gives the opportunity to employees to share their concerns. Management such as Steve Wilson, who does what's on his hands to address employees' issues in the correct manner. The threats. Hiring outside facilitators for training programs. This person cannot really address the issue of what is really going on in the company. High workers' compensation claim. This might lead into companies mining loophole. Downturn in sales. Laying off new hires. Calls for people hesitation to apply to back when economy gets better. Losing employees' talent and knowledge upon layoff. These employees will take with them their long-time experiences from the company. Cutting employees' benefits can cause resentment. Cutting off compensation practices will most likely result in employee downturn. Unionization. There will be more to deal with as if what is going on now is not enough. In continuation of this presentation, now we will focus more into detail within the compensation and benefits department.
Now we move into the SWOT analysis for our functional area of compensation and benefits. In terms of strength, they have major benefits plan and perks. They support retirement savings by matching employee contributions to their 401k accounts at 50% of the employee contributions. They also offer tuition reimbursement for work-related college courses in addition to wellness activities and employee assistance programs. Also, tax paid time off, PTO, is available as paid vacation time and sick leave. Both unused vacation time and sick leave time can be carried over for year to year, and this is very appealing to employees. For their weakness, employees aren't utilizing some programs that are offered, like the tuition reimbursement program. All of these compensation and benefit programs are very costly to both the company and their employees. The employees complain that the healthcare program is just nothing but a pay cut to them. For opportunity, PAC can review existing compensation and benefit plans and assess if they need to cut, recreate, or add new plans. They should also create an aligned award strategy. This would mean creating a bundle of rewards or total reward package including wages, incentives, and benefits that aim to produce the employee behaviors the firm needs to support and achieve its competitive strategy. Also, they need to establish a better information delivery system of revised plans and to promote and support these plans. For threat, there are competing companies who have similar better compensation and benefits plans. Also, another threat can be that the reaction to changes in plans could lead to resentment, resistance, and backlash from employees who don't like change.
Motivation and rewards. Broadbanding is a restructuring of salary grade levels into a simpler system of less levels. Payscale.com states that typical salary bands have a 40% difference in pay between its minimum and maximum. As for broadbanding, typically have 100% difference. Some advantages in broadbanding are streamless of hierarchy, and some disadvantages are no awareness of external market. This meaning that with broadbanding, if a manager wants to pay the market midpoint, they are left baffled and guessing. There is no midpoint in broadbanding. It also may lead to inequalities. Broadbanding's flexibility and trusted management may or may not be warranted. It also weakens the linkage between the salary growth and skill development for the next higher level. Also, a few reckless managers rewarding a few individuals inappropriately to have an entire pay system called into question. This is why we believe that terminating broadbanding in PAC would be the best decision for them. PAC's bonus system. They currently revolve around a merit pay option. This meaning giving an annual lump sum of merit raises that do not make the raise part of an employee base salary. PAC bonus plan was based on merit, such as that compensation was linked to the actual results of the employee. The bonus plan can be improved by having objectivity in the performance review of the employees so that only deserving employees are given bonuses in order to motivate them and continue being creative and innovative. This also means that supervisors must be properly trained in order to have an effective and efficient performance review for the employee.
Furthermore, when a bonus plan is discontinued, there can be several unexpected results, especially from the staff that had the most benefit from the current bonus system. According to an article entitled Why Most Bonus Systems Don't Work, if a bonus system is terminated, the result may be a decline in staff morale or even employees quitting. Low employee morale, or in other words, job satisfaction outlook or feelings of well being, will be low, and this will actually have a direct impact on productivity. Seeing a great deal of unfairness or going unnoticed about good performance and no feedback, the employees at PAC became disgruntled. And as a result, this may lead to staff loss rather than retention. Though bonuses may enhance practice attractiveness somewhat, in reality, employees will not remain employed. Therefore, it is very important to have input from employees and HR about implementing or amending any changes in a bonus system. CDRsolutions.com provides a bonus policy checklist. For example, if you want to discontinue or amend a bonus system, it is often best to pay the bonus based on your employee's current understanding of it, then address changes in writing with an effective as of date. In regards to the FMLA employee that was mistakenly terminated, PAC should address this issue by carefully examining its processes to determine how this happened and what should be corrected to ensure it doesn't happen again. And also, it's necessary to bring in a legal counsel and consider making a settlement with the affected employee. Yay!
Implementing a PTO plan. Implementing a PTO plan has many advantages, including reducing unscheduled absences and making an employer more attractive for recruiting. PTO stands for paid time off and is essentially a bank of days from which employees can draw for vacation, sick leave, doctor's appointments, and personal days off from work without any given reason or documentation. This can help employees feel empowered since they can now make their own decisions regarding the amount of vacation and personal time they can spend away from work, a sharp contrast with employer-controlled sick time and vacation programs. This will also help the company keep track of their employees' paid time off and not have to ask if it's going to be used as sick leave or for pure leisure. So if someone requests a 2-week vacation and they were sick for 1 week, they can't come back and say that they want to change their 1 week of vacation to sick leave. Now I will talk a little bit more about the growth of PTO programs. According to a survey conducted by World at Work, an association of human resources professionals, it shows that PTO use grew by 43% from 2002 to 2010, while traditional programs declined by 24% during the same period. The World at Work survey titled Paid Time Off Programs and Practices also notes that while the vast majority of PTO programs include vacation, sick, and personal days, 3 out of 4 employers who offer PTO plans continue to offer separate programs for holidays, bereavement, or jury duty. Employers seeking a competitive advantage in attracting and retaining high caliber employees at all levels should consider that transitioning to a PTO design if their corporate cultures and financial means allow them to do so, which is what we are wanting to do here with PAC Resources. This is why it's beneficial for PAC Resources to change from a regular sick and vacation time off program to a PTO. Now I will discuss a plan that we have come up with. Is the PTO going to be performance-based or trust-based? Well, according to the World at Work study referenced previously, on average, a PTO system gives an employee with less than 1 year of service 15 days off compared with 8 vacation days and 7 sick days under a traditional system. I know Google runs their programs as a trust-based plan. Since this will be our first time trying this, we've decided that ours will be more of a performance-based plan. So rather than giving 10 days of vacation and 18 days of sick per year, employees at PAC Resources will get a total of 18 days a year. We won't give out all those days at the beginning of the year. Instead, we will run it as a quarterly system. So every 3 months, employees will receive a total of 36 hours. So for example, at the beginning of the year, we'll start them off with 36, then for the second quarter, they will get 72, and so on. Now for the accumulated hours. Since our plan is based on work performance, from year 1 to year 2, employees will be earning 18 days of PTO. Then at the start of the third year, employees will start earning 20 days of PTO. Once they've reached 6 years, they will get 22, and once they reach the 10th year, which will be our cap, they will earn 25 days of PTO. And I know you're probably asking that although a PTO system may provide employees with fewer total days of paid leave, it gives them more flexibility in how they use their time away from the office. They will need to be accountable for their days off that they take. The time frame needed for requesting a day off will be 3 days in advance, unless an employee is sick or has an emergency. In that vein, it will be at a manager's discretion to allow the PTO. In other words, the employee might need to submit proper documentation of their absence, especially if we start to see a pattern of missed days. Now for the rollover policy. Employees can accrue their PTO hours up until the beginning of the third year of service. Any unused hours after that can get paid out or they will be lost. After the third year, they can start accruing again. We will only pay out a maximum of 80 hours, so if an employee doesn't use their PTO and wants it paid out, they will have to use the rest or it will get lost. This will prevent employees to not stack their PTO days and take off for long periods of time. It also gives them an extra bonus for not taking that many days off work. The 80 hours also applies for anyone who retires, gets laid off, or quits. Now, as far as unexpected circumstances goes, or things like jury duty, military leave, bereavement, and so on, there will be no penalty. You will have a separate time leave balance for federal or state emergencies. Other than that, it is a supervisor's discretion whether it will count as a PTO day or not.
Now that a strong and rewarding PTO plan has been developed, we need to discuss how we would consult PAC on how they should implement the new plan into their workforce. The company should implement the new plan to the employees by holding a mandatory all-staff meeting for the staff that are working on that particular day and explain the new PTO policy to them in depth. It would be best if the meeting be announced a week ahead of time so that the employees are aware of when it will be held and they can be prepared. The meeting should also take place during the employees' work hours so that they are getting paid for the time that they are there. The rest of the staff will be informed at another meeting at the time that they work. Now, timeline-wise, the new PTO plan will be implemented at the start of the next fiscal year. This will give the company time to reorganize for the new policy and incorporate new software systems into the computers that will record and track each PTO day for each employee. In order to better transition into the new policy and reduce the amount of confusion and possible conflict, the employees will be paid unused vacation days that they have at the end of the year. However, it should not be the same for their accrued sick leave. For the accrued sick days the employees have gained over the years, in order to rightfully use them, the employees should be required to bring a doctor's note to confirm their sickness and then will be paid for that time. This will limit the amount of workers that may try to use their sick days all at once before they expire at the end of the year. Now, of course, it is expected to receive some opposition to the new policy along with employee questions and concerns. In order to handle these oppositions fairly and positively, employees should be able to request a meeting with the Human Resources Department to discuss concerns with the policy. Changes to the policy should not be made immediately, but may evolve over time based on employee feedback after careful consideration. Now, it is very important that PAC resources show strong interest and care towards employee feedback to show that their concerns and questions do matter and could possibly bring change into the future if needed.